Hello everyone, my name is Havian and today I'll be talking to you about Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet. Today a small bit of information was released thanks to an interview with Reki Kawahara, Kazuma Miki, Yosuke Futami and Shunsuke Fujita. The mainline Sword Art Online games have become a yearly thing for Bandai Namco, with their initial release of Hollow Fragment being in 2014, then Lost Song releasing in 2015, Hollow Realization coming out in 2016, and then Excel vs Sword Art Online releasing this year in 2017. But surprisingly, the plans for Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet started as long as 4 years ago. Apparently Bandai Namco were looking for a company that could create a proper third-person shooter game in Japan. At this point, I doubt the plan was for the game to be a Sword Art Online game, but 2 years later they met with the developers Dimps, who agreed to join the project. Once Dimps joined, I assume that's when they decided a Gun Gale Online game would be a good fit for a Japanese third-person shooter. Yosuke Futami, the producer of the previous Sword Art Online games, has said in the past that he's a fan of shooters, and he has said that he would like to make a Gun Gale Online game. But according to this interview, Futami's role may be a little bit different this time. Apart from the fact that this game has been made by the more well-known developers Dimps, it seems that the game will also have a new producer on board. Shunsuke Fujita, who has worked on other Bandai Namco games like Naruto Shippuden, and Ninja Storm 4, is the new producer for this game. Here's what they had to say about the change. Futami said, "To put it simply, I got fired. Sword Art Online itself got bigger, so I'm focusing more on finding ways to keep the popularity going. I'm not retiring." To which Kawahara replied, "To put it simply, you just became more important." Then Miki responded by saying, "He was almost removed from becoming too important. So I kind of had to force it by saying, we won't do it unless it's with Futami-san." From what I can tell with this interview, it seems like Futami won't be as hands-on as he previously was on the development side of things in the game, but I assume he's still overseeing the whole project to make sure everything runs smoothly. There are a few other things that were revealed about the game. The story in Fatal Bullet will take place after the events of Hollow Realization. There will be death gun incidents in the game, and the core story of the game will be different from the light novels and anime, which shouldn't really come as a surprise for anyone that has played any of the games, since the games tend to follow their own timeline that's totally different from the original story. Characters like Lifa and Asuna that were not originally in Gun Gale Online seem to be getting original costumes made exclusively for Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet. We saw a small glimpse of what these look like in the previous gameplay video, but I do want to see what the other characters would look like once they're revealed. There will also be new original characters to meet, and I expect we're going to be seeing a lot of returning characters from the previous games. We haven't really seen much of the game's world at this point, but the field areas are said to be very large. So large that the developers are working on a car that players can use to get around. I've got no idea if it's a vehicle that we can control ourselves, or if it's just going to be one that will take us to certain points on the map. We're going to have to wait for more information to see how this is going to work, or if it will even make it into the game in the end. But I'm sure this is the most important bit of information for most of you. This time around, the developers want players to have more choice, so you'll be able to decide if you want to play as Kirito or not. Since Bandai Namco are promoting this game by saying you play as the protagonist and not as Kirito, and the announcement trailers seem to have custom characters, it looks like this time the game has been made with a bit more player freedom in mind. If anything, I would assume the game will work similarly to the way things were done in Excel vs Sword Art Online, where you would need to speak to a certain character in town to activate the next story mission, but I guess in this game you'll be able to do so as any character. And that's all the information I have for you now. But as always, when I come across new information, I'll be sure to pass it on to you. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe and share it if you want to see more. And if you want to stay up to date with everything I'm doing, then be sure to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. The links to those are in the description. I'll be making some more videos very soon, but until I make those videos, I'll see you all later.